Hello, my name is Nell, and I have things to say. This year has been kind of weird. Our world has seen pandemics in the past, but I feel that COVID-19 has changed the way society functions in a way that we simply haven't seen before with other pandemics. One thing I've noticed is that a lot of restaurants and cafes are now offering takeaway and delivery services. Many of them haven't done that before, but they're realizing that the only way to stay in business now, with the way things are to offer those services because people can't come into their premises anymore. This means that for the first time, a lot of disabled, elderly, and housebound people are experiencing an amazing amount of choice with readily accessible meals. I mean, a lot of us, I know that I can go out and get meals, but not as often as I'd probably like. And when it comes to getting takeaway, you're often very limited to fast food or local takeaway, which is, fish and chips and burgers and things like that. But now you can get takeaway roast dinners. You can get takeaway, actual restaurant meals, beautiful meals. And so for the first time, a lot of people are just introduced to this world of choice they haven't had before. Something that worries me is what's going to happen when this pandemic has run its course and the restrictions are lifted. Are these businesses going to stop offering these takeaway and delivery services because they assume that everybody is able to come out to their actual premises again? Are the people who can only access these services through takeaway and delivery, are they going to have that choice taken away from them and be back to a limited amount of choices when it comes to food? Are the businesses in our community going to forget them when everybody else is ready to move on? One thing I've noticed about this crisis situation is there are a lot of people who are realizing for the first time how hard it is to live an isolated life. They're realizing that it is really hard when you can't just leave your house and go to the shops and go to your restaurants and get whatever you want. They're realizing that all of those things that make you happy and bring you comfort, once those become harder to access, you really feel the loss. You really feel uncertain and you feel kind of alone. And businesses are realizing that now that a lot of people are staying home, the only way to continue keeping their business is to extend these services so that people have access to them. They're realizing that accessibility is key. But sometime, hopefully soon, most people will have access the way they did before. Most people will be able to jump in their car and go into a restaurant and sit down and eat their favorite meal. But the new customers that have come on board from takeaway and delivery services, they're not going to be able to join everybody else at the restaurants and cafes once this is over. They'll still be at home. They'll still be relying on those extra services. And I really hope that businesses will realize that there are those customers, there are those quiet customers who are at home just needing a little bit of extra help. And I really do hope that they realize that those customers are worth catering to. And I don't run a business, but I feel like it'd be a good business decision. You're going to keep so many of these other customers. All these restriction influence services that have been extended. If you continue to offer those, even if you limit it to the people who are needing help, disabled people, elderly people, housebound people, if you continue to offer those services in some way, you are going to extend your customer base and to even more people who would not otherwise have access to your business. I guess my main request for businesses is when the world goes back to normal for the majority of society, please don't forget those of us who have to continue living a somewhat isolated life. You've shown that you can cater to us. You can cater for our needs. You can meet us in the middle. And I do hope that maybe you'll consider keeping that going. I think it would be greatly appreciated. I think it'd make a lot of people happy. I mean, if you've got patrons who have been coming to your business for 10 years and then they become too elderly or sick to come anymore, imagine their delight if they realized that they could have a family member swing by, pick it up and bring it to you. Or even better, if you could deliver it to them and they could continue having that really enjoyable thing that they love so much, and they don't have to give it up. Because once your world gets smaller and shuts down, a lot is taken away from you and you have to give a lot up, and it gets sad. And I don't know about you guys, but like, I'm very food motivated. I love food. It's comfort, and when you've lost a lot of other abilities, food is a wonderful way of enjoying yourself. And I really hope that when things go back to normal, that some of these places will stay accessible for those of us who maybe just can't get out there as much as we'd like. Alright, that's all for today. Thanks for being patient while I disappeared. Bless.